On a customer call today, I was asked, is this architecture aligned with AWS best practices? The customer has shared a diagram that is built in Drawio. Well, this is just a hypothetical scenario that I'm presenting. It's not an actual customer who has shared this diagram, but uh, I'll just explain you the methods through which you can get this kind of architectures analyzed with the help of Amazon Q and get the job done in less than 15 minutes. Okay, so some of the high level steps that I have followed once I received this diagram, I exported the diagram as an XML from draw.io. In my IDE, which is Visual Studio Code, I asked Amazon Q. Okay, so I asked it to generate a cloud formation from it. Okay, I asked Amazon Q to validate it for the AWS Well-Architected Framework. Q replied the missing best practices and an improved version of the code as well. Okay, converted the updated version back to the new diagram and shared the new diagram, the finding and corrected version with the customer. So let's look at these steps one by one and see how it gets done. Okay. So after downloading this diagram, what I did is I exported it. So as you can see, select all, click on File, export as XML, and selection only. Okay. Once you export it like this, okay, final architecture diagram. So it will go over here. So once the architecture, I mean, the architecture is converted into XML and you downloaded it, I've imported it uh, in my Visual Studio Code. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll just open up a new chat. I'll ask uh, Amazon Q to kind of convert this XML to YAML file, which is a CloudFormation template. But before that, once you have this Visual Studio Code configured, what you can do is under the extension, you need to download this Amazon Q extension in order to make this work. Okay. So once you install it, you will get this new icon, which is Amazon Q. You can open up a new chat from over here, and I'll just ask it to, uh, I'll just provide a prompt over here. Convert selected code to CloudFormation. We'll simply ask it like this. Okay, it is generating the answer. So as you can see, uh, it has identified the uh, you know AWS services, which is a VPC, a public subnet in an availability zone, and an EC2 instance in public subnet, and S3 bucket, a public gateway connecting to both EC2 and S3 resources. So as you can see, it is now helping to generate a CloudFormation template in the YAML format. Okay, so it has correctly done that. It is also mentioned what the template is including over here, and some important notes. Okay, it can also explain each specific part of the template or make any adjustment if required. But what our plan is to kind of copy this YAML, all right, and I'll just create a new file and paste it over there. Okay, so what I've done is I've just pasted this uh, generated YAML file Now my next prompt will be to, you know, validate it for the well architecture framework. Okay, so validate selected CloudFormation template with AWS Well-Architected Framework. Okay, right. So it is generating the answer. So as you can see, it has identified each of the pillars of well-architecture framework. First one is security. Security is a pillar of well-architecture framework. The improvements that are needed are this, whatever it has mentioned. Cost optimization. It has added parameters for flexibility. Okay, we can even add one more prompt to explain each of the uh, key improvements made. Okay, so explain each key improvements with all right. So it has also done additional cross pillar improvements. So as you can see, for security, it has reduced attack surface, enhanced data protection, improved access controls, audit capability. For cost, it has right-sized the resources, environment-based scaling, cost-effective storage options, reliability, high availability design. So as we know, it was like our EC2 was only in the, one EC2 we had in a public subnet. So it has incredibly made high availability design accordingly, automated backups, failure detection, recovery procedures, performance. For the performance pillar, it has done enhanced monitoring, optimize storage, better networking operations, and accordingly the sustainability as well. Okay. So what we are going to do now is we are going to kind of export this YAML and convert it back to the diagram, and we'll share this improved diagram after verification to our client. So yeah, I finally converted it back to the diagram. So what I first did is I got the complete CloudFormation template out of it, which is in the YAML format. Okay. And my next prompt was to convert this, uh, convert this CloudFormation template to draw.io XML, which is this. Okay. And what I did is after it generated this file, I imported it back to uh, the draw.io. So yeah, after importing the diagram back to this draw.io, it came up with this diagram. Okay, as you can see, it has followed the well-architectured framework and divided it EC2 into two subnets. Okay, and apart from that, it has created a new bucket over here for logging purpose. Okay, uh, and I can see the ALB also over here, application load balancer. But of course, it has to be in a subnet. But uh, I don't see it properly organized up to some extent. But This is a good way to start. I mean, you can effectively provide a proper prompt. And since this was the original diagram, okay, this one looks lot better than that. Okay, and in a similar way, you can use Amazon Q to, provide some recommendations for your AWS architecture. Of course, I would say that you don't blindly follow this. Whatever it has generated, just review it, okay, and make necessary changes, and then only share it with your client. Also, we discussed the recommendation and aligned on the next steps. I also showed you, you know, how to do it yourself probably. It is not as perfect, okay, but I like any other AI output, okay. It just give you a jump start, okay, that could work on a right spot, okay. The whole whole new definition of job security, okay, it is no longer about keeping your methods secret, okay. In high complexity roles like mine, this is never scalable anyway, okay. So job security today is about adopting tools available to everyone to boost your performance and enabling others to do the same, okay, to force multiplier as provided the recommendation by someone else. So remember, AI won't replace highly skilled professionals anytime soon, but for now and likely for years to come, it will definitely stand beside us, handling tasks like the one I just shared. Okay, so those who embrace it will outpace. Okay, those who don't. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you. Do like and subscribe my channel.